Hi everyone, welcome to Water Tanks with stewiejp. I'm Stewie, you're not, and this is a double shot of Tier 8 action from patch 9.19.1. This is Ace of Spades from Crazy Clan. Lucky enough to be in a top tier battle in this IS3, the Tier 8 Russian heavy tank. The Tier 8 Russian heavy tank. Before all these premium tanks come in, this was a staple tank in Clan Wars, Tier 8 Clan Wars, Tier 8 skirmishes, and also general fun and good times. It's got a 122mm gun, 390 average damage, 255 pen with standard rounds, 265 with APCR, which is premium ammunition. Ace of Spades looking towards the east now, looking at that Cromwell. That looks like an easy shot of damage. If he can land it, he does, for 342. Bit of a low roll there, but he takes the Cromwell down to a one shot for someone else to kill, but it looks like he's running away like a scared little girl. This is going to be a double shot of Tier 8 action. The second game will feature the premium tank destroyer, the Swedish Strv S1, with the new siege mode ability. Anyway, Ace of Spades in his IS3, the Tier 8 Russian heavy tank. Top tier is looking around. The only tank spotted down in the way he's hidden, apart from that tank destroyer, he spots a Panther, Panther 2, I should say. Ooh, it's going to be a dodgy shot, but he lands it for 424 hit points into the top tier German tank destroyer. He'd love to get another hit into that Tier 8 vehicle if he can get the gun loaded in time. Looks like he might. Unfortunately, that shot bounces, and he waits for the reload. The reload, not the quickest reload, but I tell you what, you can bounce shots all day long in this tank, especially when you're top tier. Lots of Tier 6s in this game, and got to feel sorry for the Tier 6 tanks when they come up against an IS3. Looks like the JP2 might be looking his way. The JP2 shoots and misses. Ace of Spades does the same. Ace of Spades, if you're watching this, I'm recording this the morning after that day that you saw me die tragically in my T30. Ace of Spades looking towards the JP2, misses it. JP2 shoots him, and but only just the tracks eat the shot. 1-1 is the score. We'll be looking at that Tiger. 1-3-1 looks like a nice target. He just clips the back of the Tier 6 Premium. Is it a Tier 6 Premium or a Tier 7 Premium? Tier 6. Anyway, turns around, looks towards the T71, puts a beautiful shot into the Tier 7 auto-loading American light tank, takes him down to a one-shot, down to 159 hit points. He's already on 1500 damage, which is the amount of hit points that he's brought into this game, but he's going to have to do more than that if he's going to carry this one. His team are down by a tank at the moment. He gets shot from behind by a T30, what is it, T3485. The first shot doesn't do any damage, the second shot does. Looks like he's bouncing shots from the front and behind. You'd look at the minimap, you'd think they'd be able to take care of that T3485, surely, as he looks towards the T71, sends him back to the garage, cops a couple of shots from a Comet and a Cromwell, but doesn't really cop any damage. His block damage up to 1245. He's done over 2,000 hit points, and he wants to get rid of that VK3601H, because that's the guy who's lighting him up there. Looks like the Comet's resorting to high explosive ammunition to try and do something to Ace of Spades' IS3, but puts a blind shot into where he thinks that Comet might be. Lots of enemy tanks out here in the east. Looks like a couple of Cromwells, a Comet, a tank destroyer, a Rheinmetall Borsig tank destroyer. Of course, that's something that could probably do some damage to the Ace of Spades in his IS3. Blasts the Comet to smithereens for 302 damage. Brings his total damage done to 2,649. He's blocked 1245. He's got 670 assisted damage as well. And he's turned this round on his own. They were down by one or two tanks, and now he's taken the lead up by a tank, but his teammates are still dying. Have a look at the minimap. Look at this M44. No idea what he's trying to do in there. It looks like the Comet is seeking Circle of Death. Might be the recipe to get rid of this IS3, but the IS3 Ace of Spades puts a shot into the Tier 6 British medium tank. 7-all the score now. His team are doing their best to try and lose this one. Blows the Cromwell away. 4 kills to the Ace of Spades so far. 3,400 hit points of damage, plus 20 blocked and a little bit of assisted. 9-7 as finally somebody else picks up a kill. Does cop a damaging shot from the Rheinmetall Borsig Waffenträger, the Tier 8 German tank destroyer. The Lorraine 40T shoots him in the side, so he puts the building between him and the premium French medium tank before quickly dispatching of that Rheinmetall Borsig Waffenträger. 11-7 the score now. Ace of Spades on 5 kills, 4,000 damage, 1650 blocked, 670 assisted damage. Bit of map pinging going on there, and he'd love to get a top gun. He shoots towards the Cromwell, but the JP2 picks up the kill. One more kill for a top gun. That would be absolutely awesome. That would be the icing on the cake for Ace of Spades from Crazy Clan in the Tier 8 Russian heavy tank, the IS3. The FV304's just been spotted. We all know what happens when artilleries get lit up in this game. They generally don't last too much longer. Looks like one more kill. That's all you need. Rolling forward. Looks like that Stritzwagen might be lit and trying to get out of there a little bit. There we go. This could be enough for the top gun. He lands it. I thought he was going to miss that one. Looks like he was just trying to get behind cover, but of course the whopping shell of the IS3 hitting it. Doesn't matter how well you angled an FV304 against an IS3. The IS3 is always going to penetrate the T6 British artillery piece. 14-10 the score now. Just the J Panther 2 left on the enemy side. The Ace of Spades already got his top gun, 4,286 damage, and gee, who knows what's going to happen with that Jag Panther 2. Looks like the Stritzwagen's going for him. The Churchill 7, not sure what that Churchill 7's been doing all game. I think from the sounds of it, he might have been back at the base for the whole lot. But a pretty good win in the end. You brought that one back single-handedly, the Ace of Spades from Crazy Clan. It was looking like a defeat early on, let's be honest, but in the end, a pretty good win, 15-10. And in that game, he picked himself up an Ace Tanker Mastery Badge, the Hand of God, Duelist, Fire for Effect, Shell Proof, cool-headed for surviving at least 10 ricocheting and non-penetrating shots in a row. The Steel Wall for all that bounce damage, high caliber, and of course the Top Gun for the 6 kills. Plenty of tanks went down thanks to Ace of Spades from Crazy Clan and his IS3. 4,723 hit points of damage. 19 shots fired, 15 hit, 14 went through. 4,723, 1,650 damage blocked down, a little bit of assisted too. And it's an Ace tanker, nearly 11,000 credits after tax with a standard account. I think he might have ended up firing some premium, but I think that was mainly because he ran out of standard in that battle. As we move on to the second game in this double shot of Tier 8 action, this is my old mate Panzerquack from Calm Clan. Panzerquack in the premium Swedish Tank Destroyer, the Stritzwagen S1. Now the Stritzwagen S1 can be a little bit of a tongue twister, but it's got that X on the middle of the screen. Press X to switch to siege mode, and I'm tipping you'll see it. Otherwise, I wouldn't be putting this one up on the channel. Again, he's top tier in this battle. It's a Tier 8 game with sort of half Tier 7s and half Tier 8s. Looks like he's got 2 marks of excellence already on that tank. I think that's what those 2 orangey coloured things are. Looks like he's going for a little bit of a climb. You can see patch 19.1. Not all the climbs are still in play. I think patch 920 they removed a few. Looks like I don't know if this is going to work. It doesn't seem to be quite fast enough. I've seen UDES's get up there, but I think the UDES might be a little bit faster. You can see the Lorraine 40T. He's done a climb up there, and look, top tier medium tank sniping from the red line. I'm not sure if that's the best place to put your tank. Who knows? But that's unfortunately sometimes anybody can drive a Tier 8 tank. And it looks like Panzerquack from Calm Clan looks like he's made it halfway up. Yeah, he's going to go for the other one. It takes a long time sometimes to get to these boosted positions. Looks like he's happy to be on the ledge that he's on. Doesn't want to go up to where the Lorraine 40T is. Not 100% sure that Lorraine is in the best position for the Lorraine. Considering, I mean, I've got this Lorraine and I absolutely love it. I'm lucky enough to have a pretty good crew in it though, because I've got female crew members in the bat chat, and That's the thing with premium tanks, you can share crew around. As panzerquack looks for a shot on the FV4202, takes him for 504 damage. It's got a pretty handy gun. APCR rounds are standard and premium, 105mm gun, 390 average damage, 288 pen, or 330 pen with the premium APCR rounds. Can be a little bit confusing for commentators like me when I'm looking at two pieces of ammunition that are same name, but one's premium, one's not. Anyway. Back to the battle. We're on Cliff. He looks like he's still trying to go for this climb. And look, that Lorraine certainly putting some damage out. But panzerquack just misses the side of the Tiger 1. He's back into siege mode. This looks like a nice juicy target. Looks like he's looking for the tracking shot as well. Doesn't quite nail it. Now, I've only had a couple of games in my Strv S1. But it's pretty handy. It's a pretty handy tank. Not as accurate as I remember it looking at this replay, but it could be due to different equipment or different crew skills. Anyway, panzerquack from Calm Clan. His team is in a little bit of bother here. They're down 2-6. Pretty hard to recover from 2-6. Lots of enemy tanks have been spotted in the east, and that's where panzerquack's trying to shoot. He puts another shot into that Tiger. That Tiger should be a pretty easy tank to penetrate at tier 7, especially with these good APCR rounds. The Oni comes forward, and panzerquack picks up his first kill. He does get spotted though, so he switches back to travel mode, backs off, blocks a shot from the Tiger, but the Strv S1 on the enemy side penetrated him as he blows him away. Always good to kill someone who's already put damage into your tank. His gun's still a little bit damaged, but even with a damaged gun, it's reasonably accurate. The Swedish Tank destroyers. 5-8's the score now. That Lorraine 42 still red line sniping. Look, it's probably okay for a tank destroyer to get into these kinds of positions, but top tier mediums. When your top tier mediums have got all the vision, the light tanks are dead. It's pretty selfish gameplay in my opinion. But then again, I'm just your average scrub. He's still got a damaged gun. I'm not sure if he's noticed that his gun's still damaged. Oh, there's a nice juicy shot. Will he take it? No, he won't. He's on 17-16 damage. He's done. He's off to a good start. His team are down by 2. He's moving around like he's showing good map awareness. He's looking around, just looking for shots on these enemy tanks. Not sure why this Lorraine 40T has chosen that position that he's in. He's clearly not going to move. The panzerquack from Calm Clan auto aims on the AMX 1357. That's the grand final tank. That's the one with the really fast auto loader. It cops a shot from the T43. 6-8 there down, and now this 1357. Not really sure what he's thinking there. Artillery puts a shot in it. Lorraine goes the dive. The artillery gets killed. Lorraine cops a lot of damage, and in the end he gets killed by that Edelweiss. panzerquack from Calm Clan. Down to 383 health now. Needs to be reasonably conservative. Clearly still spotted. He just bounced the shot from that T43. He gets him. Blocks another shot from the T43. T43 not known for its penetration. And with the well-angled front of the Strv, you'll comfortably bounce a few shots. He really needed to land that. You can't help but think. Finally, he fixes his gun. You think if that gun was fixed, he would have got that other shot. Now he's spotted again, puts a shell into the Tiger, and all of a sudden his team are playing fair dinkum now. The T43 and the Edelweiss both go down. The Tiger's tracked, so he puts another shot into the Tier 7 German heavy tank. 10-11 is the score. His one more shot will be enough to get rid of the Tiger 1. He's still tracked. He's no longer tracked, but the friendly Tiger 1 picks up the kill on the enemy Tiger 1. And that T34 at Tier 8 is really starting to try and bully panzerquack from Calm Clan. With his 2 kills, 2,881 damage, 1,040 blocked, 1,130 assisted damage. That T34 is certainly the worry. The Tiger 1 only on 105 hit points. That's Pang Pang. Pang Pang has featured in my videos before. I think he normally platoons with Matchy HK. Gets a shot into the T34, takes him down to 700 hit points. He's picking up assisted damage as well. He needs to put another shell into this American premium heavy tank. Pang Pang goes down, his Tiger 1. Looks like the Panther is chipping away at the T-34, and panzerquack from Calm Clan choosing his moment wisely to try and flank the T-34 while he was distracted by the Panther, but in the end the Panther does it himself, having a great game. That Panther at tier 7 on 2 kills. VK100A1P also on 2 kills, and panzerquack from Calm Clan in the Strv S1 on 2 kills as well. 3,657 hit points of damage, 1,040 blocked, and nearly 1,500 assisted damage, most of that through tracking enemy tanks. He's backing back up, he's trying to go for the boost again. I'll be very interested to see how that Lorraine 40T went up there. Just because you can boost, maybe doesn't always mean you should. Not sure if panzerquack's going to be able to make this climb. Where would he go? Up there? It looks pretty steep to me, but anyway, you might learn something by watching this. Some people swear by these climbs, other people absolutely hate it. Look, it's part of the game, so you can't really complain if people do it, but a top tier medium tank sniping from the red line just because he can climb, I'm not sure if that's a good way to play the game. Looks like panzerquack's nailed it this time. He did have a little bit of trouble not so long ago. He gets spotted by the SU-100M1, bounces the shell. He's got to be hoping artillery's not looking his way. Puts a shot into the tier 7 Russian tank destroyer. Stays angled. Looks like he's got him this time. He does cop 236 damage from the SU-100M1. Pulls back just as artillery fires. And of course that's always a good feeling. 3 kills to panzerquack from Calm Clan in Strv S1. He's going for this climb yet again, just in case you missed it earlier. This is just to show how it's done. When you're on 147 hit points in a tier 8 tank destroyer, it's probably not a bad thing to do, but artillery's already fired at him once, and I reckon by the time panzerquack gets into position, that German tier 7 SPG would have certainly reloaded and might even try his luck and put in a blind shot back on this position, because when you see a tank destroyer in one of these boosts, especially something on low health, it's a pretty good bet to say that he's gonna go back there. This time he's not staying on that boost. This time he is going for the bush. One thing I've noticed, I was playing one of my Swedish tank destroyers just the other day. One thing I've noticed, when you're in siege mode, even if you turn left and right, if you've got binoculars or a camouflage net like panzerquack has, they stay activated, which is, I think that's unique to the Swedish tank destroyers. Any other vehicle I've been in when I've been in a snipey position, as soon as you move, I guess it's similar to moving the turret. If you're just moving left and right in the siege mode for the Swedish tank destroyers, maybe that's what happens. If you move the turret in a normal tank, a heavy, a medium or a light, with a camo and binos activated, they stay activated, I guess. So maybe that's the way the Swedish TDs work. Anyway, 4 minutes left on the clock. panzerquack from Calm Clan, 4,195 damage, 1,040 blocked, 1,495 assisted. Moving up to a reasonably central position on this map to try and overlook where that light tank might be. You can see the VK100A1P just picked up the kill on the enemy artillery, and the only tank left is that WZ131, the tier 7 Chinese light tank. There's not really many tanks left that would be able to outvision the WZ131. panzerquack might with his binoculars, but the VK100A1P certainly wouldn't. The Panther, I very much doubt would as well, being a medium tank. 14-12 is the score on Cliff, and WZ131 picks up the kill on the Panther, but he does get himself lit up. It looks like the VK100 might be going for the cap. We don't know how many health the VK100A1P has got. That's the tier 8 German heavy tank that leads to the mouse, and I completed that grind not so long ago. I can tell you it wasn't a bad grind at all. Now I'm tipping panzerquack's spotted the light tank there, gets a shot into him, takes him down to 80 hit points. Now, what's from memory, the WZ131, I don't think it does 147 with one shot, so panzerquack can be quite confident here if he wants to be. 3 minutes left on the clock. He advises the heavy tank to cap. The Panther does the same, because you'd hate for this to turn into a draw because the time runs out. That WZ131, look, he might run all the way around here to the green flag, and then, okay, then he'd be giving his position away, obviously, but looks like the VK, can we see him? Looks like he might be heading back to the cap. He's on 675 hit points. He obviously wants to try and pick up another kill. He's on 3 kills as well. He's probably had a pretty good game. And the fact that VK100 01P is on the cap now, all it means is that the WZ131 cannot cap this one out. He's only on 80 health. Maybe the WZ131 will be just happy enough to hide and survive this battle. He knows it's a pretty tall order to for him to win this. Turns back to siege mode. The 2-minute siren goes off. There's a minute and just over a minute left until the VK caps it out. Panzerquack just moving around the top of this hill near the lighthouse, just trying to find that WZ131. I think the only thing they really need to worry about is if that WZ heads back to the red flag, in which case that's what Panzerquack looks like he's getting ready for. You can no longer see the VK because the VK is out of his view range, but we know that VK is on the cap. Panzerquack looks for the kill shot, gets it on the WZ131, picks up his 4th kill, gets spotted, but who cares because it's all over, and he's picked himself up an Ace Tanker Mastery Badge for that battle on Cliff in the Strv S1, the Tier 8 Premium Swedish Tank Destroyer. It's an Ace Tanker Mastery Badge, Hand of God for surviving and winning the battle, having received damage from at least 4 different enemy tanks, which can be hard to do when you're in a lightly armoured tank destroyer. The Spotter Medal, Bruiser, Duelist, Fire for Effect, Fighter, Shell-proof for all those bounce shots that he did, and of course the high caliber for doing it more than anyone else. 4,724 hit points of damage, 4 kills, 1358 base experience for Panzerquack from Calm Clan. He fired 20 shots, 15 hit, 14 did damage, 4,724 damage, 1,040 damage blocked, nearly 1,500 assisted damage. Not a bad result at all. And look at those credits, nearly 69,000 credits after tax. With a standard account would have been 117.5 with a premium account in that 14-minute game. And how many shots did he receive? Where does it tell you? Where does it tell you? Lots of people. 10 hits received. That's why I picked up that shell-proof medal for all that bounce damage and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, thank you very much for the replays. Ace of Spades from Crazy in the IS3 and Panzerquack from Calm Clan in the Strv S1, the premium Swedish Tank Destroyer. Thanks for watching, everyone. Take care. See you all next time.